Hey, I'm Whit, and I've been excited to get this package from Japan. Inside is the debut piece from Namico watches. This is the Shirahama Classic, and I've got two variants to show you. Let's get inside. And look at this. Even the stamp is beautiful. Ah, man, you gotta love Japanese design, huh? Ooh, nice little travel case. Dig it. Ha 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 ha. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, beautiful sight. So this is the watch that I first saw day one that Namico was on social media, and I reached out to them immediately because I was just drawn in. A lot of people say they see the squale, resemblance. I mean, Charlie, the founder of Namico Watches, even joked about that. I was waiting for the first comment on that. But, yeah, and then look at this. Here's the white dial variant. So this is ultra blue and super white. All right, we'll take a look at the ultra blue version first, just simply for the fact that this was the first piece that I was attracted to. Look at this sandblasted case. And the knurling, see, this is great. I'm just seeing a lot of details here with the watch in person that I just couldn't quite grasp from the photos. I mean, this bezel looks completely different to me than I saw in pictures when you look at it from this side profile. Very cool. Get it off. Let's go. Get in. So I want to zoom in and show you absolutely nothing on this dial on purpose. Look how clean that is. You see that logo at the, let me get my pointer stick. You see their logo in that just a shade darker blue there and automatic. There is going to be a change to that. I'll point out the changes. This is a prototype, I should mention. I'll point out the changes in a bit here after we go through both watches. But look how clean that is. Just those applied indices, that pop of white. And then you see the orange at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, of course, on that minute hand as well. Absolutely beautiful. This has got a double dome sapphire crystal. And then again, we get in to see that bezel. 120 click unidirectional bezel. And this is a sapphire bezel insert as well. And there's some Lume tricks up its sleeve. So let's try the bezel action while we're here. Oh, that's awesome. It feels great. It's like just a sturdy vibration as I'm clicking through it. Oh, that's awesome. Easy to grip. I see how you got these little, obviously the knurling on the bezel itself, but then the little spots where there's none. That kind of gives you a place to grip as well. Just excellent. Okay, so harder to grab from the top here, as you can see because of the end links. Still doable, but here from the sides, super easy. And that is just great action. I just want to sit here and spin this all day. Is it boring for you? All right, I'll move on. So look at that second tan, how it blends in. It's got the same blue as the dial. And this is a matte blue dial. So again, that adds to that overall cleanness. You just see nothing. It's just simple and clean and beautiful. Okay, and let's look at the crown. So you got a couple of crown guards here for the 4 o'clock crown position. And again, the knurling on the crown is matched to the knurling on the side of the bezel. And this is running the NH38A movements. That's the proper Seiko movement to use for a no-date complication watch. Gotta love that. And first click is to your hacking and time setting. And here is winding. Nice smooth wind. The knurling on this the crown is excellent. It feels like it's kind of small. Signed crown as well. Feels like it's kind of small, but it doesn't need to be bigger with this knurling. I mean, just the traction on it is great. Now it looks kind of chunky, but so it's kind of cool. He sent the specs with it and the production changes. But so here I don't even have to measure because they've done it for me. Don't you just love that? So a 40 millimeter dial, 20 millimeter lug openings, 47 millimeters lug to lug, and 12.7 millimeters thick. Though that looks to be to the top of the bezel. So if you were to include the double dome sapphire crystal, you're getting 14. But beautiful turn down of the lugs, and then you've got those female end links. So there's an immediate drape. If you have a smaller wrist, you can see that. There's a little sway to it side and side. But again, nice flow. And then you've got a double push button deployant clasp. Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid and milled out. Look at that. Beautiful. That's a little different. I like that. Because then see, you got that flat spot. That flat spot will be up against your wrist instead of the usual scissor cutout. That's very nice. Great detail. All right, then you got 3 micro adjusts. Then we get to see this case back. Yeah. Let me just take one of these off so we can see that case back better. There we go. That was worth it, huh? Look at that. Great decoration. This is Japan wave style. And I could just stare at that all day. And then around the edge, you've got your specs, NAMICA, Shirahama, Sapphire, 20 Atmos water resistance, 316L stainless steel, and NH38A movement. And then this banner here is the NAMICA signature. All right, let's check out this super white. All right, pretty much the same. Well, I don't know. I'll pull up the other one here in a second, but what I'm spotting immediately is the black hour hand, and then the black around the indices, and the black in the Riot. Other than that, I mean, obviously the white of the seconds hand matches the dial, like the blue one did, and then you've got black instead of, I forget the other color already. So do you see any other differences? That's all I spot. Now let's pull them up and see. Ah, yeah. Okay, so it was white for the seconds hand here. And look, there's no black on the Riot. It's all white. Pretty cool. Nice little subtle differences. You know, there's a similarity, but just enough to make it a little more different. Ends up being a little more, splash of color over here just because of that the black element that's added to it. So I'll show you this dial in greater detail here. Oh, it's excellent. So again, with that faint, you can't see it now because it's behind the hour hand, but that NAMICA logo is very faint, and as is that automatic. I really like the Riot on this one with the black and orange. Yeah, that's crisp and clean. So the improvement to these prototypes on the production model, it's going to have a sharper knurling here for improved grip on the bezel, which I thought has pretty great grip already, so that's good to know. It's going to be improved even more. You got to hear this. And then on this white dial variant, there's going to be a little more of a blue hue to the anti-reflective coating. And then this blue dial, automatic, there you see, above the 6, you barely do, right? It's going to be a little more bold. So it may just pop a little more, but I'm sure it'll still be, super clean and stealth-like. All right, and the Lume is going to be increased on the hour indices on the Neo Tokyo version, not these. These are all done. They look great. I'll show you in a minute. And then it says they're going to try and raise the sides to visually slim the overall case. So I think if this is got a little too much chunk for you, that maybe the production model that you'll enjoy a little more. I dig this, though. I don't have a problem. But it did seem to be a little thicker looking in person than I'd seen it. I think because you normally see it at an angle like this, or maybe this. But full on side, it looks like it's kind of beefy. But again, for me, that's nothing. I mean, I'm wearing this monster. All right, and the clasp is going to be the logo a little bit smaller, and it'll be positioned between the pushers instead of more here to the center. And then the end links, they're going to get a new mold, so it has a little better fitment here, and the finishing will match the case a little better as well. And final improvement to the bracelet is it's going to have screw pins instead of pin and collar like is here on the prototype. Okay, time to show off the luminescence. Now, in a prototype watch, usually the lume's not done. You know, they haven't refined it yet. It's just a sample, right? But not in this case. NAMICA got it right out of the chute. This is super bright, long-lasting lume, and what you see here is what's going to be on the production model. And as a matter of fact, it's so good that if you subscribe to Just One More Watch, check out Jody's Lume Wars. This exact prototype came in second place amongst all the watches that were on that episode. I mean, that is a feat. Now, I thought it came in first place, if you ask me, but still, second place against other production models, and this is a prototype. Very cool. I'll leave a link so you can see that video. But man, so now I'm recording this voiceover, days after I've recorded the unboxing. So I have spent the night with this watch overnight and done my usual bed check, in the middle of the night. And one of the things I love is the lower half of this bezel that's all, bright blue. It was like a little smiley face greeting me in the middle of the night. I just thought that was so cool. But yeah, super legible. I would only say that bezel, that bright blue bottom half of the bezel is almost so bright that it's kind of blinding to when you're trying to look at the dial. But, that's not a complaint. I mean, you literally can use this watch as a flashlight. It's just so bright. So very good in the lume department. You will be impressed. So how do you get this watch? Well, that's where it gets a little more difficult. The Kickstarter has ended on this, so if you did not get in on it, it may be a little bit more of a wait for you to for your turn to come around and purchase this watch. Early bird backers of the Kickstarter project paid $299 US for this Shirahama Classic. I'm so excited for them that it was successful. Like I said, I've been following them from day one, and just really excited for this watch to come to market. Their goal was to get enough backers to raise 6 million yen, which is about $50,000 US, and they surpassed that all right. They raised over 31 million yen for backers of this watch, which is about 267,000. So this is in full swing production, and along the way, improvements and different variants were added as stretch goals, and they hit every one of those. So make sure you follow them on Instagram, and I put a link down below to their website. At the time of this filming, the website is going through reconstruction. They're gearing up for the popularity that has come from this Kickstarter project. So great things to come and more info to come on how you can get your Shirahama Classic. Let me show you what this blue dial looks like on my wrist. Today I'm wearing the Boulder Odyssey 45. Got a cool review on this watch up here, though it is the Silver Wave variation. After that review, I bought this Pacific Blue. Okay, not sized for me yet, but look at that. That is a 40 millimeter on my 8-inch wrist. That is absolutely perfect, right? Not too big, not too small. So I guess if you have a smaller wrist, it's going to be, present a little larger. But that's just got a great look. And look at that bracelet. Real similar to the Boulder bracelet, actually. Of course, this is more of a polished stainless steel, and you got sandblasted over here. Really like the sandblasted look. That is so nice. So what do you think of the Shirahama Classic from Namico Watches? I'd love you to blow up the comments down below. This is just an excellent watch, a great company, that's just being founded, and I think you're going to see a lot more from this husband-wife team. And Charlie, best of luck to you. Man, you've got a great-looking first piece here. This is just amazing. So I'm going to wear this for a while, and I'll probably wear both versions. We'll get the white one out too. Now I've got two watches to wear, right? And I'll give you a full review of these prototypes, and maybe we'll save that for when the production model comes out. And he's going to send me a production model to kind of compare as well in the future. Once those are done, you'll start to see those around other YouTube channels as well. So at that time, we'll have some more info on how you can get yours if you weren't a backer of the Kickstarter project. Before we get out of here, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm Whit with so many watches, so little time and money.